Bump's name.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 28 of Tough Bumps. My name is Matt Connerton. Of course, with me as he is every week, Eric Pilcher. And we have Austin Hicks with us again this week. Welcome back, Austin.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Welcome back in more than one way, because you originally started this show with Eric, or did he start the show with you? I don't know who takes credit for that.
I started the show. This was my brainchild.
Ah, okay.
If anything, Pilchers are very good at taking credit.
Okay.
I like, and then I'm like, do you want to do this with me? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's usually how conversations with us go.
Yeah, the conversation was pretty cut and dry.
Do you remember the first thing we ever did for Tough Bumps?
We watched Sold Out
NWO
live.
Sold Out, yeah.
And we got kicked off Facebook for it. We were streaming it live.
Yeah.
And they like booted us right before they judged the Miss NWO pageant.
Yeah, we got like deep into the show too.
Yeah.
Like
they just booted us. It's like the most cringe part of this show in you.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there was a lot of cringe.
Yeah, there was a lot of cringe.
I mean, and I saved my money and bought a ticket to that.
Yeah, because it was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Yeah, I was there live, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like that Monday at school, I'm not even kidding. Guys were throwing up the NWO, wearing their NWO shirts they got from the show, and yeah. Boy, little did we know it was going to be a moment of infamy. But WCW's was really good to the city of Cedar Rapids. They had one of the first Thunders was here in Cedar Rapids. They had a couple Nitros that were here in Cedar Rapids. I think the closest we've ever had to a Raw in Cedar Rapids is in Moline, Illinois, which is like an hour and 20 minutes away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they go to Des Moines sometimes.
Des Moines 2 hours away though, Austin.
Yeah. Still in the state, I guess.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's weird to explain to people that don't understand where Cedar Rapids is, why it's closer to go to Moline, Illinois.
Yeah.
Than it is Des Moines. It is. And it's a way better drive because you literally jump on I-80 north and just head to the Quad Cities, whereas you have to jump on I-380 to get to Des Moines, and it's not a fun drive.
380 is horrible no matter where you're trying to
go. 380 is awful.
Well,
that's our Iowa rant for the week. Yeah.
Fair enough. I should mention the date too for anyone watching live. It's what is it? Oh, it's January 11.
You should know the date before you mention the date.
I know.
Well, it helps.
That's my excuse. Although I'm feeling a lot better, but if anyone wants to chime in, if you do happen to be streaming the show live, of course, we do have the chat room open, so feel free on whether you're streaming on Facebook or YouTube or where the hell else do we stream? Rumble, believe it or not. And we're even streaming on LinkedIn. I don't know if I'm sorry, not LinkedIn, Twitch rather. And we do have people who watch on Twitch who watch the show live, but so there's always that option. And of course, hello to all of our podcast listeners, which is most of the audience who just listen to it later at their leisure on demand, of course. But if you happen to catch the show on YouTube, please like and subscribe. So I'm trying to get better about remembering all that. But if you get it on a podcast network, please subscribe.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Although I've heard from somewhere in the Northeast that we are doing horrible with subscribers.
Oh, yes. I've heard that as well.
But I did see a TikTok video that had over 1,000 likes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
You would think that that's good, but some people, and they're people who don't know how to read or what's the word? Translate ratings and what they actually mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
The vaunted ratings.
Yes, you gotta have ratings. Ratings aren't just an empirical number. You
No.
gotta have a understanding of what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like if
Yeah.
I just stumble on someone being a moron, that
Mhm.
counts as a view.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's true. That's true. Well, should we get to our first news story in the undercard?
Oh yeah. I'm in a positive mood today, so
Oh,
yeah,
good.
let's just get the negativity. There it is.
So on the left, we have, of course, good old JR, Jim Ross, legendary. Many would say the best in the business ever, as far as an announcer. And on the right, we have Devon Dudley, of course.
I would
Formerly
say
of-
second best.
Formerly, who would you say? A lot of people say Gordon Soley, but that's very
Nope.
old school. Who would you say?
Mine is an unpopular opinion.
Who is it?
Uh-oh.
Joey Styles.
I thought you might say that because I know you're a huge ECW guy.
Look, Joey Styles called a pay-per-view by himself, and you didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, Joey Styles does not get enough credit for being one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah. All right. No, I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah.
But so for those who don't know, because we did talk about it last week, and of course it's sort of been dominating the wrestling media. Devon Dudley claims that he has expanded on his original claim. He has said that apparently Jim Ross was very drunk one night and was talking about how he wasn't sure he liked Devon because he was black, and I don't know.
Yeah. At a
AR denies it.
We're all of
party
age.
with Bubba Ray Dudley right next to him. Like,
Yeah.
We're all of age here. We're all of over the age of 21.
Yes.
I dare say we have had unfortunate moments while drinking alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I dare expound further that we have said regrettable things while under the influence of alcohol.
Sure.
Now, this doesn't excuse what Jim Ross said, but in the realm of racism in professional wrestling, this is, I don't know. It's an awful thing to say, but isn't even close to things that Cowboy Bill Watts, and Dick Murdoch and others have said and done.
Well, do we even know? I mean, who do you believe? It really is. I mean, they're both they're both being very gracious about it.
Yeah.
You know, Devon is saying this happened. It was wrong, but he's not mad at JR. And JR is saying, you know, I'm not mad at Devon for saying this, but I never said it. I don't know why Devon is saying this, but I'm not mad at him. I mean, they're both being really kind about it, but they're telling opposite stories.
I think it happened. I think Devon just kind of said it flippantly, but this isn't the type of thing you can say flippantly.
Yeah, and I mean, you gotta kind of understand the situation. He was on, I don't think it was a podcast, but he was on one of Maven's YouTube videos, right?
Yes.
Maven, for better or worse, is one of those guys that if you say something to him, or yes, Eric he stirs the pot. He definitely, you can either love or hate what Maven does on YouTube. I'm kind of indifferent about it because
I hate him.
I think he exposes a little too much, but it's definitely one of those things where, hey, wrestler is struggling over here. Let's go do a video with it. Or it definitely puts wrestlers in a weird spot because they feel like they have to, you know, say something to get traction or get whatever. And I know Devon has a YouTube channel of his own, I believe. And
Oh yeah. Yep, he's
does
been very
same
successful with it.
content. He does kind of the same content that Maven does.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very odd. It's very odd.
Look, the one thing that I didn't like about all of this, let's excuse what not excuse it, but let's throw it to the side a little bit here. The one thing I disliked about this whole thing is when JR said he basically accused Devon of being on hard times right now and looking for
attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, that's wrong for you to say. And it immediately paints you as being defensive on the whole situation because you're kind of burying Devon.
And Devon is having a lot of success with his YouTube channel. He's doing really well.
Devon's been very successful post wrestling career. Not as successful as Bully Ray, certainly, with Busted Open Radio and everything Bully does.
Which is kind of what JR was saying. Maybe he's jealous of
but Devon was also an agent for a very long time for WWE.
Yeah, it's very hard when you're an agent, and that's a very good point, Austin. It's very hard when you're an agent, a current agent, to go on podcasts and go on and do your own podcast, because what are you going to do? Host your own version of WWE Unreal?
That's kind of the reason why Bruce stopped doing something to wrestle with, right?
Well, Bruce, I think his was health.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
I think Bruce, it's unknown, but I think there were some health issues, and it came down to, are you going to quit traveling for WWE, or are you going to do something to wrestle, or are you going to continue to work with WWE and put a pause on something to wrestle? I'm sorry. I'm going to do the thing that pays my mortgage,
and has a pretty brutal schedule, I'm sure, the traveling.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think his was a health issue. I believe his wife has had health issues in the past too.
Major,
so that could have been some of it. I mean, with Bruce, it's unknown. He is back. So I think if there were an issue with him doing the podcast and doing work with WWE, I doubt he would come back at this point in time with Royal Rumble and WrestleMania and all of that.
Busiest time for WWE right now.
Yeah, so I do think it was a personal thing.
Yeah.
But look, it's hard for an agent to do that stuff. So I think that was an unfair shot at Devon, unintended or not.
But are we all operating under the assumption that Devon is telling the truth?
Yeah, I don't think Devon is lying.
I mean,
I don't think he is either.
At this point, I mean, I assume this happened when the Dudleys first got to WWE.
I believe so.
It happened at WWE New York.
Yeah, so why would Devon lie about this now? All these years later.
Right. And it is certainly plausible that Jim Ross said this while drunk and does not. Jim Ross might also be telling the truth. He might, he might not remember, which is.
I think this is a situation where both people are telling the truth.
Sorry to cut you off, Austin.
Yeah, but Devon might have said what Devon is saying, I think might have happened, and then what JR saying, hey, I don't remember, that could also happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I do not think JR, based on everything we know about him.
Yeah.
This is only the second allegation we have had on JR being racist. And the first allegation came from Ahmed Johnson. So let's throw that one out the window now.
I'm just laughing because that phrase is funny. This is only the second allegation.
How sad is that? That we're doing a pro wrestling podcast and we're like, oh, he can't be that bad of a guy. It's only the second time he's been accused of hating black people.
Yeah, that first time. coming from Ahmed Johnson, I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah,
And
nobody.
also, you got to think about how long JR has been in wrestling. Like, JR's been in wrestling for like 50 years by this point. So,
Yeah,
like, I would imagine if he actually was racist, I'm going to go out and say that I don't think JR is racist. I'm just
No.
going to say that right now.
No.
I don't think
Yeah, I
he
don't think
is,
so either.
because I think if he was, there would be more stuff about it by now.
Oh, especially with all the work he did in
Yeah.
Mid-South Wrestling.
Yeah.
There is also, though, there is another person, R-Truth, made a comment about this, which I went and found and watched. But what R-Truth said was interesting. He said, because it almost seemed like R-Truth was acknowledging, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, that what JR said could have been taken a couple of different ways. He said that when he first got to WWE, JR told him that, this is a white man's business.
I do remember R-Truth saying this. Yes, I do remember.
Right. And JR said a little bit more about that, something about, but hey, if you're Michael Jordan, you can still get ahead. But that could be taken, and R-Truth even seemed to sort of acknowledge this. That could be taken a couple of different ways. That actually could have been JR trying to be empathetic and saying, look, this is still to a large degree, dominated by white people, but if you're good at what you do, you're still going to get a shot regardless of your color. It might have been something more like that. There's different ways that you could interpret. I would have loved to have heard the entire context of their conversation.
I don't want to play devil's advocate, but with JR saying that, are we saying that he doesn't know about Devon being black because he's a black person, or does he not know about Devon being black because of what the Dudleys were supposed to be? Like, biracial brothers, think does that work in kayfabe for WWE?
That. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Maybe that's what JR meant, but
maybe
it worked in ECW. I didn't even think of that. That's a great point, because it worked in ECW because you had an entire clan of Dudleys.
Right.
So a various personality
subject.
I just, in my head, I'm like, did I really just say clan in reference to this? Are you flipping kidding me?
If you had the clan in ECW, I don't think the Dudley Boys gimmick would have worked there.
No, they would have cut it. That Heat Wave promo would have been every night.
I mean, Bubba did run the Confederate flag sometimes.
I mean,
did he?
I don't know. I just figured he did. I don't know.
No, I kind of doubt it.
I mean, look, I think it worked in ECW, but I think that could be what JR was saying. Like, who buys your brothers? One of you is black.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's not like an Undertaker and Kane situation where they're both 7 feet tall and kind of the same build. It's like, okay, Devon, a little short, buff, not the same color as Bubba. Bubba being a little taller and a bigger guy, like, no one's gonna buy these guys as brothers. But I mean, no matter what way you look at it, I mean, what he said to Devon was wrong. Like, to say that out loud, like,
I think, I hate saying this, but the one thing when Devon recounted this story to me is, what was the context of it? Like, I think it was just flippantly said, you're black. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Yes, he is black. So I don't know. I do think both of them have handled the situation as well as they could. I don't.
JR fell into one little bit of a pitfall, though, and Devon pointed this out to Maven in their latest conversation on Maven's channel about how JR said, when he was, the last time he addressed this, he was saying again, I worked with Ernie Ladd, and Ernie Ladd taught me how to work with African Americans and how to, and that whole thing about, taught me how to work, and which Devon took exception to in his response, like, what do you mean showed you how to work with us? What does that,
Yeah.
what does that mean exactly? And the thing is, I think I know what JR meant, how to book them and so forth, but I can also see, but I remember hearing JR saying that and thinking, ooh, that's not going to come across well.
No.
But, again, context.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Back in Mid-South, you had to handle African American wrestlers a certain way, and
in terms of how you booked them, we want to clarify that for
and could JR have worded it better? Absolutely.
Yes.
But I don't think, again, he was saying, oh, you have to handle the blacks differently.
Right. That's clearly not what he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's look at Jim Ross's age too. I mean, he isn't in the greatest health either.
No.
So sometimes things come into your head and you just say them. Doesn't make it okay, but I think there has to be a little grace given too with how JR responds to this.
I do give credit to both Devon and JR though for saying that they would both like to meet each other, and kind of just talk this whole thing out. Once again, I think it was Maven that said this, that like he wanted JR and Devon to do it on his show.
Of course he does.
Yeah, I want them to do it on this show. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, as a guy who's promoting a YouTube channel, like, yes, I would assume you do want that. But I mean, JR said like, hey, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna make a TV show out of it. Like, let's just meet in private and talk about it.
JR might as well have said fuck Maven Huffman.
Yeah, pretty much.
like you really think JR is gonna do it on your show, Maven, when he has
his own show? When
he has Conrad Thompson,
right? Godfather.
And I think
why would he?
It honestly wouldn't surprise me if, a couple months down the line we do hear about JR and Devon meeting up and talking it over. And
it was inevitable.
That wouldn't surprise me at all if we hear about that. And I think that would just kind of blow this whole situation over.
I think the whole situation is close to being blown over anyway.
Yeah.
And it's because of how these two have handled it. If one of them went out and said that blank, blank, blankety blank and all this other stuff, it would be way more than what it is.
You also got to think though, JR is still actively on TV. Like he still commentates for AEW. Like not all the time, but he's still there.
Right.
So like it's not like, I don't want to say he's choosing his words wisely, but in the back of his mind, he at least has to know, like,
and has to navigate it by looking at who some of the top guys are in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, like Swerve, for example.
Yeah, like if you're gonna say something negative about pioneer African American tag team wrestler, Swerve could go to Tony Khan and say it's me or him. And look, Tony's a moron, but I don't think Tony's going to choose JR over Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, not to make this about AEW, like AEW already has a good 3-man commentary booth. Like, to be honest, at this point in the game, is JR really all that needed? No, in my opinion. But, it's cool to have him out there for big matches and other shows.
I feel almost bad. I feel bad saying this because I love JR. He drags down the product at this stage.
He honestly commentates like he's never watched AEW before.
He probably doesn't. Let's be real here. I mean, for a guy like JR to watch AEW, it's got to be like Scanners. His head explodes, because it's not fundamental pro wrestling. It's not long-term storytelling. It's not everything that he's used to. Like, it is a lot with better production value. It is a lot like ECW in the sense of we're doing things to do things, and there isn't a real, there's a point A, but we don't know what point B is. We're just going to try stuff to get there.
Do we also think that if this greatly bothered Devon, is there a reason why he is just now coming out and saying something?
Right. I think
Well, there is a risk involved. I mean,
Right,
if JR is so beloved, he might have.
But
you know.
at this stage, though, I mean, even if he came out with it 5 years ago, I don't think. I just think Devon made a flippant comment about something, because on the same podcast they were talking about AEW and how Devon was in contact with AEW, and
Right. I do remember that. Yeah,
AEW sucks. And then there's Maven.
Yeah, because I believe
They're in
Tony.
the pot, and then he's like, well, JR is there, and then here we go. And I also have listened to it, unfortunately. I think Maven knew the story going into the podcast.
Probably. That reminds me, because they did, I think it was maybe a year ago, maybe a little less. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, and I don't remember whose channel it was on or if it was on both of their channels, but Devon and Maven did a video together looking at some sort of racially charged moments from WWE from over the years.
I did watch this. I think it might have been on Devon's channel. I think.
Okay.
But I do remember watching that. Yeah.
And they had a great conversation to go with, as they're looking at these clips. I thought it was really good. By the way, for the record, I actually like Maven, but
I don't.
I know. I knew I was going to be the oddball out on that one. But.
I do. I watch Maven's stuff depending on what it is.
Oh, okay.
When he's breaking down matches and stuff like that, that's cool, I think. But
yeah.
When he's openly
Maven Huffman.
when he's openly on his YouTube channel showing you how to blade, it's like, all right, bro, come on. Like, what do we do?
Two things Maven is known for: drop kicking The Undertaker out of the ring in the Royal Rumble, and getting roasted by Ric Flair backstage on Monday Night Raw. That is it. That is what he is known for. And he won a crappy reality TV show that he didn't even deserve to win. He wasn't even the best performer that season. You cannot watch season 1 of Tough Enough and say Maven was the best male performer.
Was Chris Nowinski on that season?
Chris Nowinski was on that season. What's his
Josh Matthews.
Finalist.
Josh Matthews was on that season. The dude Bob Holly beat the hell out of, and he died of brain cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, tough. Sorry,
I forget his name, and I feel awful.
It's either Matt Capoletti or Matt.
There it is, Matt Capoletti. Those three infinitely better than Maven Huffman.
Yeah,
but Maven had a good look, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because come on.
And Maven had an incredibly awkward acceptance speech when he won that night. That's what I remember about Maven. His speech was.
I think Maven thanked every deity known to man.
What was awkward was I remember him saying, I want, and he said it multiple times, I want to thank everybody who came before me in this business. It's like, dude, everybody who came before you just want a contest to be there.
You're
talking you had a regular 9-to-5 job a month ago.
Everyone that came before you and paid their dues.
Yeah, he's talking like he just headlined WrestleMania, and he's thanking everybody who paved the way for him. It's like, dude, you just won this contest.
You just got gifted a position. Guys broke their backs for literally.
To be fair to Maven, that drop kick at the Rumble is a good moment.
Yes. No, I agree. Eric will not agree.
We can talk about that because I'm sure we will. Royal Rumble memories, main event.
Oh, that's right. That's true. All right. So we move on to our next item on the undercard.
Yeah, sure.
What do you want? Where are we going next? Where do you guys?
Title changes. We had a lot of them this week.
We did. Of course, the big one. Drew McIntyre. Jenny and I watched it yesterday because I was dead asleep Friday night. I wasn't feeling well.
Well, SmackDown also it was kind of
delay.
It was taped for
No.
us in the States unless you have a VPN and Netflix.
You know, even if you would have had a VPN, wouldn't have mattered because it's on USA.
I know, but internationally it would have been on Netflix, I think, though.
No,
No?
USA's international.
Oh,
They're
okay.
part of the NBC Universal umbrella.
I just watched it through Twitter, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made it a point to watch that match.
I did watch that match, though. Yeah.
I liked it.
I like the match. I'm
I
not.
liked it, I thought.
You like the ending?
I liked everything really. I liked it a lot more. I was kind of rolling my eyes at first about 3 Stages of Hell. Oh, this is never that great, but I thought it exceeded my expectations. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do the 3 Stages of Hell, I think it should be on a PLE because having it on network television, you're really watering it down.
Yeah, because
what it could be.
I do want to say the matches that they chose were a little tame. I mean, you had a singles match.
Well, it had to be for
But
Yeah.
when I think of 3 Stages of Hell, I think of like
Shawn and Triple H and Armageddon.
or Stone Cold and Triple H, like those matches. But yeah,
I actually think the Shawn Triple H Armageddon is probably the best one they have done.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
3 Stages of Hell are the matches they had together.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that match is probably the best one they had against each other.
I'll disagree, but that carries.
I think I would love to go. I might go back after the game tonight and rewatch that match because I remember I watched it a couple of years ago on a Triple H home video release, and I said, "Damn, that still holds up. That is so good."
There's a match I'll talk about later with Shawn and Triple H, but
my main issue with it is it's going to be interesting to see how they explain this.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the idea of Jacob Fatu getting involved.
Okay.
It just to me seemed like they wanted to give the title to Drew, but wanted to have an out. So they could find a way to have a rematch with him and Cody and have Cody get it back. And okay, well, we got to return Jacob Fatu. Now you've integrated Jacob Fatu, so it's not and I say this line all the time on this show, but Austin can attest to this, and I'm pretty sure Matt can too. There's nothing that pisses me off more than when you book yourself into a corner. You book yourself into a position where you have to do something that you shouldn't have had to do in the first place.
Yeah.
Because now they've booked it to where it almost has to be a triple threat between Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre when you could have it be a one-on-one match.
And I think there's something else to it.
But
I think there's a Roman angle to it.
I was getting ready to say that. I think the main reason Jacob Fatu is inserted into this is that is how Roman gets involved, and that's how we get Cody and Roman at WrestleMania again.
And I think it's important. I think Cody and Roman 3 without the title makes more sense than Cody and Roman 3 with the title.
Well, also, I think there's something else going on here too. I think they're trying to plant a seed in our minds that maybe, just maybe, it was Cody who attacked.
Yes,
Jacob.
Because when Jacob Fatu got taken out, it was never revealed who did it. I mean, most people assume it was Drew, but Jacob, I think Jacob before he got taken out was kind of getting up to the WWE title picture.
Yep.
And with the way they present Jacob Fatu is like, hey, like this dude could win it. Like this dude is next. Like
I would be fine with that, but they can't do it as a slow burn like they did the Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Liv Morgan situation. They got to speed this up. I think they got to have it revealed when they do before they do a rematch.
Yeah.
But the problem I have is then you have Cody as a heel, but Drew is just so insanely good as a heel.
Drew is fantastic as a heel. I hated Drew. I was so completely indifferent to Drew McIntyre as a babyface. As a babyface, he was
He's a boring babyface, in my opinion.
No. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they navigate this, because again, they've kind of created kind of a messy situation here. And how do they get there? And
we'll see.
I think
it's going to be interesting. But there was another title change that I just hated that occurred.
What was that?
And I hate when you give people titles just to keep them relevant. And I feel like that's what they did with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I don't like. They don't need a title. The Kabuki Warriors were great tag champions.
Yeah.
You have them booked as a tag team powerhouse, but then you have this team that's just kind of hodgepodge together.
I think they're building to something else with that too.
Well, they very well might be, but I think it's a way for them to keep Rhea and Io relevant when they're both so insanely over. You don't need to give them belts.
It's part of a bigger story, I think, because I think eventually what's going to happen is one of them is going to turn on the other, and it's probably,
of course, that's what's going to happen.
And it's probably going to be Rhea. She's gonna realize that because she feels so strongly for Io that Io has become too much of a liability for her. And Rhea's a fantastic heel.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think anyone wants to boo Io.
I think
I'll boo Io.
I think Rhea being a heel, I think would be a nice change.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is Rhea's the biggest women's star that they have, almost by far. So are they willing to take a risk and elevate Io or somebody else to that
spot? I
spot?
don't think Io is ready to take that mantle. I don't think we're at a point where you can put her in that Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch stratosphere.
Wow, I disagree with you guys vehemently. I think she's already there.
Well, Io gets big reactions, like whenever she wrestles.
Even when she was a heel, she would get babyface reactions. I think she's already there, guys. I'm surprised.
But did Rhea or did Io ever beat Rhea clean?
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
I know Rhea's never beaten Io.
Oh, yeah. Io's beaten Rhea clean. Yeah. That's how she won the title last year.
I misunderstood the question.
Rhea's never beaten Io.
Yeah.
Which has come up before, and it will come up again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see on that.
Yes.
But I was very happy to see Maxine Dupree lose the Intercontinental title.
Well, I love Becky Lynch. She's another one, by the way. Becky Lynch as a babyface is unbearable, but I love her as a heel, and I think she's doing the best promo work of her career.
Yeah.
So that was fun to see.
She has turned pro wrestling social media on its head. I have followed Becky Lynch on X just to see what she will say. And yes, I know it's kayfabe, but I don't care. It's some of the funniest.
Oh, it is. It is. But she's been her game with that has been really strong for a long time. Remember when she had her feud with Ronda Rousey years ago? And she was Becky Lynch was ruthless on social media.
Yeah, that whole feud was pretty much on social media.
Yeah, you're right.
The thing about this Becky Lynch run is she is doing to the women's Intercontinental title what Macho Man Randy Savage did for the men's Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
She is grossly elevating this.
I agree.
Where it could be a bigger title than either women's championship.
Yeah.
Where that's the title the workers want.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah, I am not a fan of Maxine Dupree. I
like her. I like what they've done with her.
Fine, like whatever you want. My whole thing is I'm in a chat Austin and I had. I made a comment about this. And Austin he has this knack of just saying yup to something if he doesn't want to even address it.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, messing up spots in a big match is what happens when you schedule your wedding 1 week before the biggest match of your career.
Yeah, because she was getting married, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you, pardon my language, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, this is the biggest moment of your career. You winning the title doesn't matter. You, in the rematch, that's what people remember, your performance. She botched so much in that rematch. Becky Lynch, she looked like 50 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. And Becky Lynch made her look good. Becky Lynch carried her to that. If she wasn't with someone as good as Becky, how bad would she have looked?
I've thought about this with Maxine Dupree a lot. I don't take any pleasure in like the people on like social media. There's a lot of hate going around on Maxine Dupree, but you got to understand, like, this is a girl that I think started wrestling maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, and she is trying. She is.
I think she's come a long way too.
Thank you for saying something, Austin, because I don't want to personally attack the young lady. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I think that this has to be a major learning moment for her in how you conduct and handle yourself.
Yeah.
The moment, I get it. Life happens. Marriage is a big deal. But you just won your first singles title. Like, there has to be, I don't know, some self-realization about what a big deal it is. You just went over on one of the biggest stars of this generation. And 3 weeks later, you're getting married. And it isn't all her fault either. Yeah. Let's be honest here. It isn't all her fault. WWE Creative had to know she was going to get married. And they still went with it.
Right.
Well, maybe that's how you test her, to see if she's ready to go to the next level. How does she handle
if you're testing her? And I will, again, give her full credit for trying, and she has improved.
Yeah, I think she's improved a lot.
If this was a test, she got a big giant F. She failed.
And I mean, it's always hard when they put people in this spot because, you know, she got signed, never had a match in NXT, never had a match at Evolve or one of their farming systems. She got called up to the main roster to be a manager, and then all of a sudden, hey, you're going to be a wrestler now. Figure it out. Like, we'll schedule you on all the live events. We'll do that and figure it out. And like, that's such a hard, it's almost an impossible situation to put.
How do you watch her in the ring? And again, she has improved. How do you watch her in the ring and say, this is a viable opponent for our work woman's title?
Well, there was a story to tell, you know, the whole, which, by the way, I don't understand why. I like the thing with
you can't say there's a story to tell and then say I don't understand this.
Well, the thing with Natty, like,
yeah, like
she disappeared.
Yeah, like I thought they were doing something. Like I thought maybe she would be in Maxine's corner or something. Like, where the hell is she? That I don't understand that.
Well, I think
I would have. You know what I would have liked to see, and I just thought of this. They could have done something so cool with this, with her and Natty. She loses, and Maxine loses to Becky, and they could still do this, and I hope they do because it would be brilliant. They kind of take that Jake the Snake Ultimate Warrior story.
Yeah, I know where
Warrior is taking, where Jake is guiding the Warrior to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Natty is putting Maxine through all these strenuous dungeon workouts, and it's all to turn on her.
Oh, okay.
At Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. Beat the bejesus out of her.
Mm-hmm.
And Natty can say, you know what? You were never good enough to be me. You were never good enough to be my protege. Then you turn Natty into this ruthless, villainous heel.
The low-key legend. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say her new character kind of fits that.
Yeah.
And then you make Maxine this white, red-hot, white bread baby face, and she's chasing Natty, and you don't need a belt, and both of them stay relevant.
Yeah.
And you help one of your companies that you have a working relationship with, and they could have rematches anywhere. They could have it at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport.
Well, they might have something vaguely like that in mind.
Well, Maxine
I think it would be brilliant.
Maxine would have to go over, though.
Oh, yeah, eventually. You could play this out for 3-4 months.
Yeah.
And
lock them in a cell. Put them in Hell in a Cell. Look, Hell in a Cell is perfect for those that are limited in what they can do in the ring, because you have so much you can play off of.
True.
I mean, Maxine would only have to get 5 minutes of offense in, have Natty beat the hell out of her for 10 minutes in the cell.
Right.
Going back to Becky, I think putting the title back on her is the right decision. But I mean, it's obvious where this is going, right?
And I'm all for it.
AJ Lee at WrestleMania.
Yup. And I think the way they're doing this and the way they're telling this story is brilliant, because you don't want to do it in Riyadh, which I'm going to say I don't think AJ Lee would even go to Riyadh. Given her stance.
Why not?
I think you're wrong. I think AJ is going to be in the Rumble.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'll just say that.
If they got Punk to go over there, I think AJ goes over there.
Yeah, why wouldn't AJ go?
AJ's very big. And I've read her autobiography. In reading that book, she is very staunch in women's advocacy and women's rights and everything like that. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I won't be able to tell you if the match is good or not, because I won't watch it.
I will.
Because,
me too.
I'll come on and tell y'all all about it.
Fuck Saudi Arabia.
But if that match, does AJ win? Does AJ win?
No, you have AJ lose the first time by nefarious means, because then when you have her go over at Mania, it means more.
No, I'm saying at Mania, dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta have a match before that, though.
Well, that could be at the Chamber. They could just have a match at the Chamber.
Yeah, you gotta have a match before that where AJ is so close, but Becky does something.
Because I was thinking that Becky and AJ would be in the Women's Rumble, like itself.
Oh, I think if you do that, Becky eliminates AJ.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and then AJ leads to Becky getting eliminated.
Yeah.
So, like the whole, one of my, again, we're kind of segueing here. One of my favorite Rumble spots ever is Hulk Hogan, Sid Vicious, Ric Flair. Sid eliminates Hogan. Hogan gets mad, grabs at Sid, and Rick comes up and dumps him out.
Yeah.
I think you can do something similar to that where Becky eliminates AJ. AJ gets very angry, grabs Becky, and then whoever you want to win the Rumble eliminates Becky.
Yeah.
And Becky is just livid because AJ cost her shot at being a double champ.
I agree.
And being Becky 2 belts again.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Were there any other big title changes we didn't talk about?
No.
Carmelo Hayes won the U.S. title, but
that happened.
Yeah,
that happened a little while ago.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That didn't happen this week.
Right. Yeah.
Good job, Carmelo.
Yeah. I like what he's doing. I like what they're doing with him. I like him. I like him better as a babyface than a heel.
I think
Mello is money.
I think I might be bigger on Carmelo Hayes than a lot of other people are. I think we're looking with Carmelo Hayes. I think we're looking at a guy that can main event WrestleMania in like
I agree with you.
5 to 6 years. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Like
I thought you meant like next year or the year after.
No.
God, no.
Yeah, build him up for that. But I'm thinking
whatever you're smoking, send some my way. Like, no. I was gonna be like, okay, Tony Khan.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams both. We're looking at 2 young guys that can be like Mania main eventers like in the next few years.
Yeah, I agree. Where do you guys want to go next on the undercard? What do we have left?
We have one last story. Bullet Club.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the Bullet Club.
For life.
You guys both probably know. You guys both probably know a lot more about the Bullet Club than I do.
I mean, look, in the history of pro wrestling, stables have been so relevant. I dare say they are the most influential. I'd say you put them over the NWO and DX. Just in everything that came from the Bullet Club. AEW came from the Bullet Club.
Yeah, without Bullet Club, AEW doesn't exist.
I mean, we talked about it a little last episode about, Matt Cardona laying the groundwork, but without that logo and that T-shirt, it doesn't happen.
And I mean, you can also, I don't think New Japan in the United States happens without Bullet Club, with how popular New Japan got, I think, because.
And I don't think ROH is still around.
Yeah, because you almost had like Bullet Club Japan and then Bullet Club ROH, and then those two would like merge sometimes with like the Young Bucks and stuff like that.
I think you don't have AJ Styles in WWE without the Bullet Club.
Yeah, because that New Japan run that AJ had pretty much like.
And you don't have Finn Balor.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that the Bullet Club laid the groundwork for. And I think I greatest stable in pro wrestling history. You look at the names that have come out of this stable. Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, Adam Cole, a name that gets forgotten, and whether you agree or disagree with the reasons behind it, Marty Scurll,
Hangman Page,
Hangman Adam Page. There are other names that were never a part of the Bullet Club but got made because of the Bullet Club. Would we know who Kazuchika Okada was without Bullet Club? I dare say not. There are so many great talents that came and that we as Americans were exposed to because of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Their feud with Los Ingo Bernales de Japón is legendary, and I butchered the hell out of that.
I was
But
going to say, how do you say that again?
shut up, Matt.
Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Ah, there we go. Woohoo!
That just rolled right off.
Yeah, he killed that.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
You know, I'm gonna take that recording and just punch it into my soundboard. And whenever we have to reference them, I'm just gonna play Austin saying it. Just boom.
Yeah.
Or I could have just said LIJ.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, it's kind of unreal how popular Bullet Club got, because like you had people at WWE shows and a good chunk of the crowd would have a Bullet Club t-shirt on, or they would do Bullet Club chants, or I mean,
that's how that's really the jump start, is because at WrestleMania 30, Hot Topic executives saw so many people wearing the Bullet Club shirts, and their executives went to WWE marketing and they're like, "What? Why aren't you sending us these T-shirts?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "They're not ours."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Who does them?" And they got in with somebody that I loathe and detest, douchebag who owns Pro Wrestling Tees.
Who owns it?
I'm not going to say his name on here.
I honestly forget his name.
Ryan Barkin.
There it is.
Assholes make me say it. I'm not going to get into my issues with Ryan Barkin. It's maybe I will. Okay, my issue with Ryan. What?
I am curious because I don't even know.
My issue with Ryan Barkin is the same issue I had with Brock Lesnar guy. Ryan Barkin makes himself bigger than the talent. It's like, dude, you make fucking t-shirts. Yes, you've done an amazing job doing this. Yes. Kudos to you. You found your niche. But you're not bigger than the wrestlers that, without the wrestlers, you don't have this.
Right.
And I mean, you know, there have been so many issues with Pro Wrestling Tees over the last 2-3 years.
Oh, really?
That, you know, it's almost like the dude seems to think that he can just do whatever the hell he wants and people will keep buying from him. I stopped buying from Pro Wrestling Tees. I mean, you can't charge a premium price for a t-shirt and send something that's no better than what you would get from a Walmart.
Yeah.
And that's what he does now. When they first started doing it, the quality was amazing.
Yeah.
But the quality has went down. The prices have went up. It doesn't. He's just become a greedy, high on himself douchebag.
And the funny thing is it goes back to Bullet Club, because there's Pro Wrestling Tees has a store in Chicago, like an actual
retail to the public.
Yeah, that you can actually, like, I don't know if it's a thing anymore, but it used to be, it was a retail store, and that doesn't happen without Bullet Club. That doesn't happen without the explosion.
No, they always had the retail store. It was called 1 Hour Tees.
Yeah.
But no, they no longer have a retail storefront. You can pick up shirts you order online there.
Okay.
But you can't go in and cruise the store. They had like an authentic ring-worn Goldberg World Championship belt in the store that fans could hold.
Yeah.
Like, they were so cool to the fans, and now
they and it was funny because when I went there, the front of the store had a whole bunch of wrestlers on it, and they were pretty much all Bullet Club members, which I think is hilarious. It was even when Cody went back to WWE, they still had him up front at the store. And like that just doesn't happen without the explosion that Bullet Club had and the impact that Bullet Club had in wrestling.
You will not, and I'll debate anyone on this. You cannot find a more influential stable in the history of pro wrestling than the Bullet Club. Can't.
Yeah.
Cannot.
I mean, Bullet Club is singly responsible for the biggest independent wrestling show of all time. Like the first All In.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can't.
The literal stage setup of All In is that Bullet Club logo. Like they went, like that's like the stage of that show, and like it just doesn't. No stable has ever done that. I mean, if you wanna throw NWO Sold Out in there, sure, but that was.
Are you really comparing?
It was
NWO Sold Out.
It's the only comparison there is,
All
though.
In.
It's the only comparison there is, though. I mean, show to show, it doesn't compare.
That's like you telling someone I want a steak and they go buy you one from the dollar store.
Now, how long was it? 13 years?
13 years.
Bullet Club existed?
Yeah. Bullet Club, they started in 2013, I believe, and then just recently they officially disbanded.
So in terms of longevity, there's no stable that comes close, right?
4 Horsemen.
Yeah, but that was stop, start. Like Bullet Club, I mean, that's 13.
Right.
Tell me if I'm wrong, because you guys know a lot more about Bullet Club than I do. That's 13 consecutive years, right?
Like straight years, yeah.
Yeah. Nobody has that kind of longevity that I know of. I mean, that's incredible.
And I know, like, once AEW started and all those guys left, like, Bullet Club wasn't really what it once was, but that wasn't anybody's fault. I mean, New Japan still had guys, and granted, what Jay White did with Bullet Club, I think he made it his own, and I think that's an underrated version of Bullet Club.
I think once they started, what made the Bullet Club great is it was essentially all American wrestlers.
Yeah.
They were gaijin that disrespected Japan. And I think once you started pulling well-known Japanese talent into Bullet Club, that's when you started to water it down. Yeah. When they pulled Evil into Bullet Club from
that actually killed Bullet Club 6 feet under. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you pulled Evil in and others, you really, and like it was almost the NWO syndrome. If you wanted to get someone over in New Japan, you just threw that Bullet Club T-shirt on them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work like that. The fans have to believe they can be a member of that group.
Yeah. The only guy, Cody was kind of like forced into Bullet Club, but it worked. But
it worked because the people wanted it.
Yeah.
It wasn't forced. The people wanted it.
Oh, can you guys too explain to me, and I'm sure a lot of listeners will want to know this too, those of us who are not as familiar with the Bullet Club. So is my understanding correct that it's a heel faction, right? But kind of a cool heel faction, right?
Their whole gimmick was they would come at, like when you wrestled in New Japan and you gave that post-match speech.
Yeah.
Gave it in Japanese.
Oh.
They would make a point to speak every word in English.
Okay. Yeah. Like Kenny Omega would always talk in English, even though he's fluent in Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah, they would disrespect the NJPW traditions.
Okay.
Like, that was their big thing, was we're just here to make money off you people.
Yeah.
We don't care about New Japan, their traditions, any of that crap.
Yeah.
Like the Young Bucks would stop a match to have the cameraman point the camera at them.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they had their first show in America, the Young Bucks came out and refused to do their flex spot because opening match, Ew.
And then they were like, "Oh,
we can't.
I have
lose
a deal with
that.
Hot Topic. I can't lose on TV.
Deal.
I have a Hot Topic deal. I can't lose on TV."
So
That's
this
great.
is all crap they did, and they
Yeah.
would do. That's where being the elite came from. Is they would film themselves just acting like dumbasses throughout Japan.
Yeah.
Like,
So then what would the dynamic be in terms of crowd reactions?
In Japan, they would get booed. They would get booed in Japan. But
Okay.
if they had an American date like ROH or PWG or other things like that, as soon as that Bullet Club theme would hit, the roof would go off because
Okay.
it was just the cool factor. It was just like, I mean, like that logo's cool. Like you can't like
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But they would still be booked as heels.
yeah,
but you
they would get
couldn't-
cheered.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I have been to many wrestling shows live. The biggest pop I have ever heard at a live wrestling show was ROH Global Wars, Villa Park, Illinois, main event. You heard Bullet Club.
Yeah.
And then the opening bars to Kenny Omega's theme. And the building was shaking. Like ROH announced one name for their Global Wars tour. One name, Kenny Omega. All 4 shows sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Immediately.
at that time, it was almost a rarity for Omega to do ROH dates.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they sold out. Like it was the highest grossing 4-day tour in Ring of Honor history. I believe it still is.
Oh, it has to be now.
Like I got to the arena 2 hours before showtime to be in line for meet and greet, and people were lined up to the end of the building. This is an independent wrestling show.
Yeah.
The meet and greets they had the next day at Pro Wrestling Tees sold out in 20 minutes.
Oh wow. Jesus.
Like what? What?
Yeah.
And it's funny because a few years after that, when AEW was a thing, I went to a show in Chicago. I went to an AEW show in Chicago. It was the night CM Punk came back to wrestling.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, wow.
And
He did not get an ice cream bar though.
No, I did. I have the wait, hold on.
Oh, I always thought you didn't get one.
I have the wrapper.
Oh wow. I'll be damned.
Yeah. And it was and still, even when AEW was a thing, there was still like a massive amount of Bullet Club shirts still.
Yeah.
So like just that lasting value of the Bullet Club name. And
That's the only Cody shirt I own is his American Nightmare Bullet Club shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think the most important question before we move on to the main event. Austin.
Yeah.
Was the ice cream bar good?
It was like a standard ice cream bar. It wasn't you could
what a letdown.
Yeah, you could like go to the grocery store and get the same ice cream bar I got, but the fact that it had a CM Punk wrapper on it, it was pretty cool. It was good.
Was CM Punk on the ice cream bar itself?
No, it was just a plain ice cream bar.
Oh.
What a jip.
Yeah.
I don't think we say that anymore, Eric.
What?
I'm not offended. I'm sort of kidding. I'm sort of kidding. I don't think we say that anymore.
What, you can't say jip?
No. No, that is considered a slur. We're not gonna get
I didn't, to be fair, I didn't know that.
we're not gonna get dinged on YouTube or anything for it, but no, that is considered a slur.
Holy shit.
You didn't know that?
No, I wouldn't have said it.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that either? Yeah. That's why you don't really hear that expression anymore.
I thought it was just something. I thought it was just something older people said. I didn't know it was a slur.
No, now I'm old.
It's kind
you
of
know
been-
what? I don't need this.
I'm the oldest of the
accused
three.
of being a racist, and
I'm-
now I'm old. What? Just because a guy gets a little bit of gray in his facial hair and his like hair here.
I'm the oldest one here. How come I'm the most PC? Maybe it's my Northeastern elitism.
Yeah, maybe us bumpkins and hillbillies in Iowa.
That's right. That's funny. Anyway. Oh, anything else on the Bullet Club before we?
No.
Okay.
Before you guys call me anything else,
You
we'll
mean
move on.
Okay. All right.
Before I get called like the
JR?
second coming of David
Yeah.
Duke.
I'm gonna go on a video with Maven and talk about it.
Yeah. Go do your video with Maven. Fuck Maven. Asshole.
Oh boy. All right. Well, the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Here's the main event, the Royal Rumble.
You know, I when I was growing up, I actually hated the Royal Rumble.
You did?
Really.
And I thought about it. Why? I hated it up until the year when they had the world title on the line.
Yeah.
And Ric Flair won. Because if you're, and I could never explain why I hated it. I think it was because one, the pay-per-view was expensive.
Mm.
And two, there wasn't a lot of matches. There was like 3 or 4 matches and then the Rumble.
Yeah.
So in the Rumble the issue is the Rumble had no stakes.
Well, back then.
Right.
Like there was nothing on the line. What do you get if you win this? Oh, you just win it?
Yeah.
Why am I paying 20? Why is my aunt my mom didn't pay any of her bills. Why is my aunt, Austin's mother, paying $19.99 for this?
Right.
Well, the first one was free on the USA Network.
Yes, we're well
yeah.
aware the first one was free. I'm saying thereafter.
Yeah.
Why am I paying why are we paying $20 for this just to see? Yeah. But I think the light bulb went off in their head because the next year is the year you won the title. If you won the Royal Rumble, you got in the main event at WrestleMania.
Right.
And it's been that way ever since. And now Royal Rumble is probably my favorite premium live event.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It might be my favorite too, actually.
And I think it's awesome how it's evolved with the surprises and the returns. And every year you count on certain things like how for a few years it was, how's Kofi Kingston going to avoid elimination this year?
Right. Yeah.
Who's going to be the shortest? I like how you can have like betting pools with your buddies at this. Like one year, my buddy Rob had it where everyone put in $5 per number, and whatever number you drew, whoever had the number that won the pot.
Yeah.
You could guess. I've heard of some parties, they have parlays. Who will have the most eliminations? What will be the shortest elimination? How long will the longest person be in? So yeah, things like that.
Yeah. I think the Rumble's easily my favorite show of the year, I think. And it's just because it's a thing where you don't know exactly what you're going to get. I mean, you have an idea who you think is going to win, but you never really know. I mean, what surprises are you going to have? The other, and with the women's Rumble now, there's 2 of them. And like, I know it could kind of seem like overkill some years, but I mean, is anyone really going to complain about 2 Royal Rumbles a show?
No.
Or like,
I think
It's all about, and the Rumble's more about moments than anything. With
Right.
more moments than an entire match. I mean,
I think like I think in the old like in the Attitude Era and in the not and in the New Generation era, even the Ruthless Aggression era, if you would have done 2 Rumbles, it wouldn't have went over. And it has nothing to do with the talent that the women had at that point in time.
I mean, WWE didn't. Did they even have enough women at that time to do a Rumble?
I'm not even gonna go into that rabbit hole. I'm just gonna say because they didn't, but let's theoretically say they did.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have worked. I think the Rumble is a perfect example of how an event has evolved as fans have evolved.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
And I think it's very much evident by the fact that I think last year the women's Rumble match went longer than the men's Rumble match from a time standpoint.
I don't remember, but
yeah. I think it's happened. It's happened once, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think you look at some of the most major moments that have happened, and I think we put so much stock into the WrestleMania moments. To me, the Royal Rumble moments are bigger because you don't get to the WrestleMania moments without the Royal Rumble moments.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important when you're discussing the Rumble, is to understand the importance of it.
Yeah. Just like great moments, like returns. You got to think about Edge in 2020. John Cena in 2008 returning in MSG. Like just moments like that where it's
Vince McMahon blowing out both of his quads and pissed off at Batista and John Cena.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That was epic.
Yeah. Do you guys, what's your favorite Rumble of all time?
My favorite Rumble of all time? No, because you guys will call me biased.
Why?
Oh, I know what one then.
Luger, Brett.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep. And a close second is 97.
Okay, yeah.
I think 97 when Austin was thrown out by Brett and the refs didn't see it, and then Austin gets back in and throws Brett over the top.
Yeah.
Was amazing. But yeah, the 90, I think it was 95. 95 is my favorite. I think Luger and Brett, because if you want, as Vito is coming in here, if you want any further evidence how great Bret Hart is, Brett did that whole spot with Luger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Luger has even said, Brett told him, just relax, I'll handle it.
Yep.
And to be able to do that the way Brett did it, was amazing.
Yep, perfect.
And really, set the stage. And I think 1995 had to be Brett's best Rumble ever, because he had that tag match, him and Owen, versus the Quebecers when Owen turned finally.
Yeah.
And Brett sold that knee that entire Rumble match.
Yep.
And just beautiful storytelling. And then 97. Those are probably my two favorites.
Yeah.
I think my favorite would be, and I have trouble remembering what happened, what year it was, but obviously this would have been early '90s. But I think and you mentioned it earlier, Eric, when the Rumble that Flair won to become world champion. I really liked that a lot, but I was a big Flair mark at the time. And
I think also the first one.
On that Jim Duggan one?
The first one, Shawn Michaels won.
Oh, okay, with him and Bulldog.
When he was a heel.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That one was so epic because the story they told with Davey, and Davey thinking he won, and you have Shawn acrobatically, because that could have been botched. Shawn had been in there for over 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Shawn could have very easily screwed that up.
Like masterful work by Shawn.
Yeah. And then to get back in, and that was awesome. And without that, I don't know if we get main event Shawn Michaels, because it was that match at WrestleMania 11 that got him over against Diesel.
Mm-hmm. True.
It's funny because Shawn is actually like a big part of my favorite Rumble. It's a little bit later than your guys's. 2007, the one where Undertaker wins. The whole match is very good, and then the final two, which goes down to Shawn and Taker, and they almost have like a match within a match almost. And
I know what
you mean. For the sweet chin music, and Taker grabs his foot and just basically catapults it.
Yeah, like it's not like long at all. I think it's like maybe like 10 minutes or something, but it is incredible work those last 10 minutes. And like,
didn't that set up their first WrestleMania match?
No, I don't think so, because Shawn and Taker 1 happened in 2009, I think.
Okay, well,
because Shawn.
That's the year that Taker took on Edge, and they wanted to break the streak, have Edge break the streak, and Edge said no way in hell.
Because Shawn wrestled Cena that year at Mania.
Okay. Yep. Should we talk about Royal Rumble disappointments?
Yeah.
One of my biggest ones, I think there are two, and they're very close together.
Okay.
The year Batista won, 2013.
Yep.
Wow, what a train wreck.
Yes.
And like, you talk about being so tone deaf to not listen to the fans.
Oh, I know. Literally, they were chanting Daniel Bryan because they thought when Mysterio came out, they thought it was going to be Daniel Bryan.
I feel so bad for Rey Mysterio to this day.
Oh, man.
Because his music hits, he gets booed out of the building because they know Daniel Bryan's not coming.
Well, it was in Philly. Like, can you think of a fan base you don't want to piss off more than Philadelphia?
It gets to the point where the final two are Roman and Batista, and the entire crowd is chanting for Roman over Batista because they know Batista's winning, and they just don't.
I honestly was watching that live. I thought we were going to see trash in the ring.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my goodness. The rails are gonna fall off on this mother.
Yeah.
But my other most disappointing one, and as Vito's being annoying, is, hold on a second, guys. Vito, go. My other most disappointing one is the year Roman Reigns defended the title in the Rumble match. I thought it was a stupid story.
Oh, yeah. I'd actually forgotten about that.
I thought it was a dumb story. And then to have Triple H come in at 31 and win. It's like, why? Because you're just going to have him go to Mania and you're going to have Roman win at Mania. It makes no sense. It just was bad. And it was a bad Rumble.
That was
in my
that was,
opinion. It's probably one of my lowest rated Rumble matches.
that was AJ
Just
Styles.
because, you had Roman go in at 1, and you're like, there's no way they're going to have him get eliminated. So
Yeah.
why am I watching for an hour?
Right.
Yeah. The cool thing about that Rumble is that was AJ's debut. AJ Styles debuted in that Rumble.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That might have been the saving grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they had him come out at 3.
Yeah, and they didn't even shoot it correctly. The music hits, but they do a zoom in on Roman.
Yeah.
And Roman is visibly
Roman
confused.
has no clue.
Roman doesn't know who this is, and when
Yeah.
I Am Phenomenal pops up, he doesn't sell it well. So
Yeah.
it's like,
You don't even see the I Am Phenomenal.
no,
pop-up.
and
Right.
the crowd is losing their minds, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
And then they finally show AJ, and it's like, wow. Like,
and
you could've-
Michael Cole screeching, the hottest free agent.
Yeah.
And it's
And, like-
like, no, Michael, this isn't a surprise. Everyone knew this was happening.
well,
Like,
they could've
sell
just shot it
who he is. Don't sell that WWE signed him.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we know who he is. Like,
Yeah.
talk about, and then he just says, an international world champion. No, IWGP heavyweight champion, you mark.
Yeah.
Well, at that time though,
that was also the time they didn't want to mention TNA by name or
Right.
New Japan or
right. Yeah.
But it made him seem like all he's done is be this international champion. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
especially when you have the entire crowd losing their minds that he's here.
Yeah, like,
Right. Right.
read the crowd.
Yeah.
I think they were surprised because I've heard AJ say that in interviews, like that Vince didn't think that AJ was going to get the pop that
Yeah.
he did.
Well, Vince is
Even
more. Vince
AJ
was so tone deaf at that point.
AJ
Yeah.
himself was worried that he wouldn't get the pop.
Well,
that he
you're
got.
always going to be worried. I mean,
Yeah.
Triple H was worried when he returned after the quad injury to MSG.
Yeah.
Like, you're always going to be worried when you're doing a debut or you're doing a big return. And that's great because that shows you're invested in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't. Yeah,
But
I get why AJ was worried. I mean, if he comes out and you can hear a rat piss on cotton,
Yeah.
oh
And
boy.
then it also helped that Rumble, I believe, was in Florida, which is kind of like TNA's home base at the time. Like,
True.
Yep.
it was. So, my least favorite Rumble of all time is actually the year before that one, 2015, the one where Roman won. Because
Again, Philadelphia.
yeah, because and WWE, I don't know why they did this. They shot themselves in the foot by announcing like 2 or 3 weeks earlier that Daniel Bryan was cleared and he was going to be in the Rumble. So you have everyone thinking, okay, you messed it up last year. You can have Bryan win this one. Do a match with Brock or whoever was champion at the time, and then Bryan enters the ring
Comes
early.
in and gets eliminated.
He gets
pretty
eliminated
quickly.
almost immediately.
Yeah.
And the crowd shits on the entire match afterwards because they know who's winning the match, and they tried to save it, but they ultimately made it worse.
They tried to save it by having The Rock come out and prop Roman up.
Before that, though, they had Big Show and Kane eliminate everybody.
Oh, yeah.
They eliminated Dean Ambrose. They eliminated Dolph Ziggler. They eliminated Bray Wyatt. They eliminated everyone the crowd liked just for them to try to get Roman cheered, and it didn't work.
Well, pal, gotta work the fans.
Yeah.
I can control the fans, pal.
It backfired so bad that
Eric
said, The Rock came out to save Roman, and they booed
And The Rock
off.
didn't even know what to do because I guarantee you they're just like, Rock.
Yeah.
Like, you got to go out there.
Yeah.
And Rock's eyebrow went up when
he holds Roman's arm up, and the crowd is booing, and he looks around and he's so confused as to what's going on.
Yep.
And like it's a bad situation to put Rock in. It's an even worse situation for Roman.
Yep.
And like just don't have Bryan in the Rumble if you're
And then
gonna have if you're
and
dead
then
set on
you
Roman.
had Roman lose clean to Brock at Mania.
No, that was the Seth cash in.
No,
Yeah,
the
2015 was.
Oh
Seth.
yeah, it was okay. There's one Roman won, and they had Brock beat him clean, which made no sense at all.
No, that was Mania 34 in New Orleans, I believe.
Yeah, it just made no damn sense.
Yeah.
Like, why in Roman dominates that Rumble? It was set up to be a passing of the torch moment.
Yeah.
And this is after he dominated The Undertaker at the previous year's Mania.
Yeah. And it was like just that era of Roman, I think, was handled so poorly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because
Right.
Vince wanted to make him the next big face, and
and
you can't do that. It has to be done organically.
Yeah.
Like, just don't like they could have just it boggles my mind how they messed that up so bad. Just don't have Daniel Bryan in the Rumble. Like, just don't have him in the Royal Rumble. He can return the night after or save it for Mania. Like, you don't need him in there if he's not
You
going.
could have even done it the night after Mania.
Yeah, like I don't like.
I think the problem with the Rumble is sometimes they just overbook returns and they try to have so many of these great memorable moments in it that it ends up becoming a mess. And that's what happened the year John Cena and Batista eliminated each other.
like looking back on it, it's funny, but like it's almost impressive how they were able to land at the exact same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And one of the big pro wrestling conspiracy theories and all of that is they planned it.
Okay.
They planned it. And it's like Cena and Batista and Vince. You couldn't even plan it that good.
No.
That was a botch.
Yeah.
So
much so that Cena and Batista had to call that whole entire like overtime thing on the fly. Like they didn't know what to do. So like, okay, spine buster, throw me off, because I assume like Batista was supposed to win it regardless. So like,
I mean, in one other, like, my question for you two is, outside of the Royal Rumble, there have been some great matches.
Yes.
Within the Rumble. What has been your favorite Rumble, non-Royal Rumble, Royal Rumble match?
Yeah.
I was a big fan of when Bret Hart defended the belt against Razor Ramon at the Royal Rumble.
93.
That's a good match.
I thought that was really good. Yeah.
I always go to two in my mind. The first one is Royal Rumble 2007, where it's John Cena versus Umaga in a last man standing match.
Oh yeah.
That match is incredible. It's very good. It's Umaga's best match he's ever had, and it's honestly up there with one of Cena's best matches. And the other one is also a last man standing match. It's Shawn and Triple H at Royal Rumble 2004, I believe. Yeah. It's the one where they just beat the hell out of each other for like.
And neither one of them can answer the bell.
Yeah, and Shawn finally hits the super kick on him, but they're so both like beat up that they can't answer.
I guess Shawn was legitimately out of it due to blood loss in that match.
Oh really?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, he bled for like most of that match, if I remember right. Oh, I thought of one, but I'd rather not say it.
My favorite is not a Bret Hart match.
Okay.
My favorite of all time, Royal Rumble 2000 New York Street Fight, Triple H versus Cactus Jack.
That's a great one. That's a really good one.
Like, besides The Rock having a nonsensical run-in in that match where he hits Triple H with the chair and it made no sense to have him get involved.
Yeah.
the spot, like, I just will always remember Triple H being suplexed onto a wood pallet and a piece of wood going into his calf, and he fights for 20 more minutes, blood just running into his boot.
And I mean, the pedigree into the thumbtacks is one of the gnarliest things I've ever seen, and it could go wrong in a million different ways. And I am still shocked to this day.
And then that image of Triple H being rolled out on a stretcher and lifting his head and seeing Cactus Jack standing tall in the ring. Like, that cinema.
Yeah.
That is my favorite Royal Rumble match of all time.
Royal Rumble 2003 has a really good WWE title match. It's Kurt Angle versus Redacted.
Oh, Benoit.
Yep, Chris. I didn't know. I didn't know if we could say it, but yeah.
We say his name on here.
Okay, Chris. Yeah, Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit at Royal Rumble 03 is very good.
Yeah. It's also had a bad match. One of the matches that I've never heard a good explanation for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why the fuck was this on a pay-per-view? Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly. For the WWF Championship.
Yeah. Well, I remember why they did the match, because Bob Holly came back from his broken neck at the hands of Brock Lesnar.
I don't care.
I was disappointed. I actually thought it was fine. I just wish they had done more with it.
No, the match was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, one, you can't have Brock was still considered green as goose shit.
Yeah.
You can't have Brock in a situation with Hardcore Holly. Brock does something snug to Hardcore Holly early in that match. Hardcore returns the favor and the wheels just fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful.
I thought you were gonna say Triple H versus Scott Steiner.
That one was awful.
Yeah.
Talk about Suplex City.
Yeah. It's the originator.
Yeah.
They
Okay. That was bad, but it was not Hardcore Holly Brock Lesnar bad. I'm sorry.
I'll give you that one.
That was an abomination.
No. All right.
That was the drizzling shits.
Yeah. I mean, Hardcore Holly getting a WWE pay-per-view title match, like that's crazy. That's just honestly crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and I've never been a Hardcore Holly guy. I think what he did to Matt Capoletti was disgusting. Should not have happened.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think anyone that sits there and says they respect him after that, you need to kind of check the respect thing. I think JBL's an asshole, and I could never see JBL doing something like that.
Right.
That was heinous, and there was no reason for it.
No,
because I've watched that season of Tough Enough on a few different occasions to see if I could see anything that Matt Capoletti did where you're like, okay.
Yeah.
He didn't. He was just a nice kid.
Yeah, that's what I remember, yeah.
And Bob Holly being an asshole.
The funny thing is, Hardcore Holly is actually part of one of the funnier Rumble moments of all time. Do you guys remember Daniel Puder?
Oh, yes.
The 2005 Rumble where it's Benoit and Guerrero.
They beat the hell out of him.
And then Puder comes in and they start just killing him almost. And then Hardcore Holly comes out. And I don't know if Daniel Puder deserved that. Maybe he did. I mean, he almost broke Kurt Angle's arm one time. So maybe
That's exactly why they did it.
yeah. So
I mean, look, Daniel Puder was a broke man's Tito Ortiz.
he did have the hair.
No, he had the hair, the look, the build, like
Tap out shorts.
Yeah, like it was just ridiculous. The problem is they were building Daniel Puder up as this big badass, but he started to believe it.
Yeah.
And look, you can believe in your character, but the minute when the character starts to take over, that's a problem.
Right.
I have no problem with what they did to Puder.
No. It's honestly funny looking back at it.
Oh man.
Well, I think should we start to, I don't know if you guys have anything more to say about the Rumble, or we're kind of.
I think it's one of the greatest events in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I put it up there with Starrcade as one of the most landmark annual pro wrestling events. I think it's always great. And we can sit here and armchair quarterback the booking till we're blue in the face.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're still going to watch, except I won't watch this year.
Right.
And it's always weird because no matter how you feel about WWE's product or creative or whatever, like, you know, WWE creative's not really the greatest right now, at least in my opinion. I mean, they have things that I like, but you know, it's hard to not get excited about the Royal Rumble.
Right. I will say this about WWE creative is, look, we're not going to agree all the time. But it's better than what it was when we disagreed with everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take this WWE over the last few years of.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too.
Because I could be like, okay, I don't like this. Like when this comes on Raw or this comes on, I can tune out. But I know this is coming and this is coming and this is coming. And I like this.
Right.
So yeah, there were times over the last few years where Raw was a chore. It's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
But even during those years when the Rumble would come up, like you would always watch.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You would, because it's just a fun event to watch. You know what I mean?
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, should we talk about next week?
Yeah, next week, we are going to do kind of the same thing we just did with the Rumble. Today, January 11th, is the 33rd anniversary of the premiere of Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
So we are going to talk about Monday Night Raw memories. We're going to look at our favorite moments on Raw, moments that weren't great, decisions that weren't great, as Vito is spazzing out right now. He's ready for the game.
Okay. Yeah.
As you can see, he he has his New England Patriots sweater on.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Okay.
He's geared up. He's amped up.
Yes.
As one should be.
It doesn't help that he doesn't have his training collar on, so I can't warn him and be like, get down.
Right. Yeah.
And do the alarm and then get down and do the vibration and then get down and he gets his ass shocked.
Okay.
So he knows it isn't on right now.
Yeah.
Like he's well aware he's getting away with what he should not be getting away with.
Yeah. Oh.
little shit.
Oh, very cute.
I don't think Vito has seen a Royal Rumble.
Oh, well, that'll be exciting.
You won't see it this year either.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I show him an old one.
I can. Vito, you want to watch Royal Rumble 95? Okay.
There you go.
I got a grunt, so I don't know if that was yay or nay.
Yeah.
He was a Shawn Michaels guy.
He might be. He might be a Shawn guy, which would make sense because he is completely fearless and doesn't care. Like, the guy jumped at a giant oak tree this morning.
Oh.
He has a cut on his eye now.
Oh.
From it.
Yeah.
And we walk by this said tree and he looks at it and it's like, no, you lost.
Yeah.
The fight's over.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, next week, Monday Night Raw, celebrating the 33rd anniversary of it.
Yep.
And
All right.
I don't know if we'll have Austin with us or not, but...
I'll come back.
Excellent.
Really? Hey,
Good.
we're booking guests.
All right.
Bad for a show that only has five subscribers.
Well, he's not really a guest. He started the show.
He contributed
Oh, I'm sorry.
to the start of the show.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Contributed to the start. Again,
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
semantics here.
I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
I blame him for us getting kicked off Facebook.
Right.
It's his fault.
Maybe.
Well, all right.
So yeah. No, next week, Monday Night Raw Memories.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And Eric, do you want to mention Pilcher's Point?
Yes, pilcherspoint.com. I promise sometime soon we'll get content up. I'm navigating through a bunch of stuff right now with workers' compensation, Department of Labor. It's a mess.
No, I can imagine.
But definitely, you can find me on Instagram, X, and TikTok at pilcherspoint.com.
All right. Very good. And of course, you can find me at mattconnerton.com. And Austin, where can people find you? Assuming you want people to find you. I don't know. Out there. Maybe you don't want people. I don't know.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm just a regular dude that likes wrestling.
Just a regular dude. But you know, Austin, when you log in now, you need to have the second line with your SoundCloud address so they can hear the LNC.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe the LNC could do a theme song for Tough Bum.
There you go.
That might be in the works.
All right.
Sweet. We ain't paying you shit. Like, I'm gonna even that out. Throw that out there right now. Like, you guys are doing this pro bono.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very good. All right.
And we have Vito saying goodbye.
Yes. Vito the dog. not Vito Spatafor.
No. I was actually considering changing his name when we talked about Vito Spatafor last week. Yeah. And so now when I reference him, I say Vito Corleone Pilcher. So that way everyone knows he is not named after a gay mobster.
So I was going to say, if he was Vito Spatafor, you could say he's a real come from behind kind of dog.
Why are you going to insult Vito like this?
I'm just quoting.
Just because a dog has humped a tree branch 4 days in a row doesn't mean.
I was just quoting a line from the series. I mean, I changed it a little bit, but for the species.
Oh, yeah. Forget what I said about the tree branch. We have a doe that's in heat around here.
Yeah.
And because I have a wooded area to the left of my apartment. Austin can attest to this. And Vito goes for a walk in that wooded area, but I think this doe marked territory on this branch.
Oh.
And so Vito, nature takes its course.
Yes, it does. Well, very good. All right. Well, thank you both, Eric and Austin, and thank you to everyone who watched and or listened. If you view the show on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and please subscribe to the podcast on your podcast platform of choice, etc. Episode 28 of Tough Bumps in the book. And that's it. We're out. We'll talk to you guys later. And enjoy the game. I won't be watching, but I assume you guys.
No, you won't. Austin, when's your team play?
I don't know. I have to look at it.
All right. Well, enjoy your sports ball. There you go. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Tough bumps we take, we rise again. Blood and grit, it's how we begin. Night and air, we fire up the flame. Wrestling lives on the Tough Bumps name.